Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome. How's my sound? My check. Probably good now. I'm fucking sitting here and not fucking driving. Check my sound. Uh, check my sound. Yeah, I'm good. People. Yo, what's up, Kevin? Good afternoon. Get $20 off 5 cans of Zyn when you take the Zyn 10 challenge. Try it for 10 days. It takes a certain age where we get hit in the face with reality. I got hit in the face with reality about 85 or 86 or 87 because what we're told is that you need money. You need money to have. You need money to have a good time. Happiness. You need money to have happiness, and that is completely a fucking farce. That is completely just a fallacy. That is completely. I know people who were broke and who were having a great time, and now they have money and they're fucking miserable. How do you get over the stress of not having money, or do they just not have it to begin with? Like the stresses that come with not having money, are going to hold a lot of people back. I had stress about not having money. I was about 30 years old. One, 32, something happened that changed my fucking life. I lost everything. When I tell you everything, I tell you everything. You know, when I got my ass off my 1987, 1988, 1989, so 89. I was born in 63. What's 89? 26. I was 26 years old. From 89 to 93, I basically didn't stop. And 2 of those years I did comedy. You know, 1989, when I got out of that fucking hole, I got out of my feet. I planted them. And it was all, I didn't even give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck.
Put my name to
So, this banks, right? Can't do banks at all. You can do everything.
the banks.
Day job. It's like I said, the 7 to 5. You have a day job. That day job is your check. With that check, pay for your bills, credit cards, your car payments, your mortgage, your rent, that type of shit. When you cut money, you pay for the extras. But you put it away, hide it. People know you got good money. That's what people might come to me. They know you're doing something with your fucking money. It's in the house. But after you get a certain amount, you move it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want $60,000 in your house. I don't want nothing over $3,000 in my house. I don't want them. I can always say I borrowed $1,500 from the bank and put it in there. I can always say I borrowed $2,000 from the bank. $10, let's say you're something big about $2,000. That's profit. Okay. That's what you say. Sure. You said as a dealer, you would want to me, you have to be very sly. It's a sly life. You gotta watch who's watching. You gotta know those movements. You gotta have a friend that you can trust. Plus your car payment, plus your grocery bills. They pay for everything. They give you $2,000, $3,000 a month. But when you sell cocaine in the house, I wouldn't have any powder in the house. I would just have to steal it with my phone numbers. But they make wrong with it. You can't be the numbers here. You can't be that. Just to look it down in your safe. You want to have a party there and somebody takes you to $12,000. Now you gotta go to me and say, hey, I have that friend too, but actually I'm a Chinese friend. And they might do that. They don't know what's going to tell them. And different levels. Let's pretend like I'm gonna take you back 1996. Land at the mighty rotating $30,000 in the house. $30,000. And every moment there's 30,000 bad things that have that house. 30,000 the whole time. I mean, I would have a revolving 8 or 9 on me. I put 5 in there every fucking week, 5 of that. So it'd be up to 40, 50 that good partners for you, 20 pounds a week, something that would take my time slowly, and my return back slowly. So I always knew it was making money. Style and substance. The GMC Sierra. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's just, it's a funny thing. A big amount of investment. Sure, that's what it is. You're an entrepreneur, right? That was what he did something. You come to me, you say, look, guy, he did some my fucking pounds. He did some my dinner. I was single partners. Just do it. I didn't do anything. I just let you fucking $6,000 or $60,000. And I became your partner. There's so many fucking things you can do with cash, especially now. I was stupid and young. I just put it in my bed. I had it bundled up next door. I didn't show it to anybody. Nobody knows that. I wasn't that fucking now we got a problem. You gotta watch that money. You gotta figure out how to fucking clean that money. You got the bodegas, hot dog stands. We have the most lucrative hot dog stands in the history of America. Each hot dog stand probably 15 grand.
Never do what they did and go to a casino.
No, it's a different way, but I never really. That's how dumb I was late. I mean, they took the money away. They exchanged the finance. I didn't even do that. No, I've been doing money lending out. I've always loved lending money. Produce, love it, love it.
See, that seems like the most stressful one out there. You have to worry about people giving you your money back.
No, you come to me, go, Joe, you know what? I want to open my studio. Four podcasts going in there already, blah, 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 blah. What would you charge me for $30,000? I'd say give me $12.50 a week. Okay, give me $30,000 or $300,000, whatever. So I just make
Hello. Crazy shit. Last one. It's the East Well you got right here, though. Yep, no problem. Yo, yo, yo. Dr. Cerberus in the house. Jehu. What's up, bro? Drop this one first. Come on, amigo. Going at Walmart Spark right now. 40 for 35 miles. Hell yeah. Give me my money, dude. Come on, bro.
How's it going, guys? Making money? You guys making money or what? First drop off, very close. And then the rest of them are fucking long ones. Long distance. Or one day. H B E A. Right here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Here we go.
So somebody gives you a lump sum of $300,000 to your baby. Oh, fuck.
Hey, but what if you don't? All the people losing their houses, though.
Oh, those people. No, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about Charlotte people.
Well, yeah, but
When you come to me as a man, you need to bring 50,000 away. I'm going to pay you interest. There's people that make a living. People don't want to know. A lot of businesses can't go to a bank and borrow money. So they borrow money on fucking juice terms. And you got to pay the fucking juice terms. All those fucking things, those ads are for get cat quick.
oh yeah.
The fuck you think they are? They're legal loan sharks.
Oh right.
They're legal loan sharks.
What is it? Checking Walmart.
Shit, they're legal loan sharks. Legal, they use sit there and go, I can't believe this happened. Tomorrow, go to Sam's. Tell me you want to finance Polish ring. Okay?
It's not a good idea.
See how much you pay for that fucking doozy at the end. If the ring is 1,000, you gotta pay 18,000. After 3 fucking years, they figure the debt on that shit. It's 26% interest.
From the beginning?
Fuck you. Fuck that. All I tell you is zero. No, that's how long stuff. We're just going to Paul, and get the fuck out. You know, make you pay for it. They expect all that from that shit. That's how they get you financing.
Well, everything is fucking like that. Like the flowers at Valentine's Day and flights when it's the holidays. It's crazy that we let people do this to us. Like gas. The craziest thing I've ever heard about gas is that like the people gas stations buy it, right? And then they put it in the tanks, and then the gas price fluctuates. But if it goes down, but if it goes like down, we don't get the lower price. They can still charge whatever they want to hire. So it's crazy how much.
In other words, you get fucked
at every end.
That's right. And once you accept it, it makes your life a lot easier. Escape your sad lunch life, lady. Well, I'm trying to get it on my account myself. The fact that we slow down or there's volatility or whatever, right? But we tend to forget that year to date or year over year performance of Bitcoin is freaking phenomenal, up 100%. No one tends to focus on that. Everyone just focuses, wow, it just fell down from 118 down to 111. What's going on with that? So that's a true point. But here's the second thing that he mentions that I've never really heard anyone else talk about, and I don't know if I really agree, but I listen to this, right? It's just the way that it gets there tends to be a bit volatile. You know, and as for why, I think, the why Bitcoin has been consolidating and right now, it's because you've got $2.3 trillion of Bitcoin that is unbanked. And so you've got a lot of people that own a lot of Bitcoin, but they can't get a loan against it. And because they can't get a loan against it, the only, at the point that you all of a sudden find yourself Bitcoin rich, fiat poor, you have a lot of dollars, you have a lot of Bitcoin, and you can't borrow against it, then you think, I have to go sell it. So I think Bitcoin's right now is like this Mag 7 startup where all of a sudden all the employees got insanely rich on penny stock options, but they can't borrow against them, so they have to sell them, and so they're selling, and then people are saying, well, why are those employees selling this stock? Is that a vote of not confidence? So that's interesting. Again, I don't know what really why that argument. So he's saying that the reason why Bitcoin is consolidating is because everyone's Bitcoin rich and cash poor, and they're selling, so they're not cash poor because they can't borrow against their Bitcoin. Interesting answer. I get that because I am in that position too. Like I hold everything in crypto and I will sell when I need to. I don't know if that's the reason why Bitcoin's consolidating, right? I think there's a lot more macro factors at play right now that's holding it back. Obviously, the 4-year cycle also plays a role. And we got these whale dumps and manipulation, liquidation events. There's a lot of things. I don't think there's one thing. And I do think there are companies out there that are still letting you borrow against your Bitcoin. You just have to be careful because, there's fees involved, there's interest, obviously, and if you have a major dump, you're going to be forced to play more Bitcoin. So it's not like risk-free, right? But it's interesting that he said that. I don't know. And that's one of the reasons why it's consolidating. I don't think anyone else would say that, but it is what it is. All right, but regardless, he's going to continue to do what he's doing, which is to buy more Bitcoin. So he bought Bitcoin about $100 million worth this week, and he's holding 639,000 Bitcoin at 47.33 billion. Average price is starting to go up quite a lot. 73,000, almost 74,000. I remember back in the day, his average price was around 30,000. Right now, it's been pushed up to 74,000, but still not too shabby if you calculate the unrealized gains, okay, in the billions right now. And someone else that's following Metaplan, huge purchase, 5,419 Bitcoin, securing 85% of year-end Bitcoin target, and they are raising money like crazy. They're creating companies in America to raise more money and basically follow Saylor's footsteps to buy more and more and more and more Bitcoin. So I show this pretty much every day because it shows that there are still a lot of people that are buying. They don't care about the volatility. They don't care about liquidation events, right? They understand that being a long-term holder probably pays the best out of any investment out there. So that's why they continue to hold and acquire DCA. So here's another company, UK, that raised $20 million for their treasury. And then, Semler Scientific is also one company that has acquired a lot of Bitcoin. But guess what? The VEX company decided to acquire Semler Scientific in a all-stock transaction. This actually just came out not too long ago. If we look at it, what is it? In addition, Strive also purchased 5,816 Bitcoin. Right? So that's a $675 million acquisition of just Bitcoin. That's on top of what they just spent for Semler Scientific. So this Strive company, which sounds a lot like one of the Saylor's company, is going all in on Bitcoin and acquiring Bitcoin for its treasury. Bitcoin is faster, okay, than pretty much any tech innovation we had. And that includes the internet, includes cell phone, includes what, before those, I don't know. The microwave. Well, I see charts where Bitcoin adoption is way faster, right? This tends to be like that. New tech invention that catches on fire tends to get adopted faster than ever before. So, no surprise. Here's something that also is good. It kind of gives you a reminder. Most of us do not have to face this, but there are countries that are doing weird KYC information collection or just weird KYC, and it's not good, right? Like Vietnam, for example, they have some new biometric verification rules, and people that did not comply lost their bank account. 86 million bank accounts deleted. I don't even know what happens there. How do you get your money then, right? So, I mean, things like this around the world, we just don't know. There's a lot of places that just have weird things, weird rules, regulations, or hyperinflation, whatever, that people have to worry about, right? That's where Bitcoin comes in and self-custody comes in. You have a wallet, no one can tell you what to do with it. They can't apply monetary policy to it. They can't apply more strict rules like KYC because it's already your wallet. What can they do? Right? You can send crypto, receive crypto from anywhere in the world. So it's just a gentle reminder that there are countries around the world with citizens that really are in need of Bitcoin and self-custody. Right? That's not just Bitcoin. It could be ETH, it could be Sol, it could be right? That's something from hyperinflation. You gotta protect your wealth somehow. If you have to convert to stablecoins and buy, stablecoins rather than holding the current fiat, it makes sense. Also, the Bitcoin Korean Premium Index used to be called the Kimchi Index. I guess they decided to change that name. For the longest time, it was called the Kimchi Index. Basically, whenever there's a premium in South Korea, it was a good thing. It was a precursor to a big move coming up, right? And exactly what we see. Same thing with the Coinbase Premium. We see that happen historically all the time. And that's usually a good thing. Here's a surprising thing. Even with the surprise dip or dump, or maybe you could say it's not a surprise, whatever, we are still green in September, right? We're like almost three quarters through. We're still in the green. This is a month that historically has been the worst month for crypto, but we changed things. Last year, we had a really fantastic month, and the year before that. So are we going to see the same thing? Quite possibly. Again, we tend to live in a moment we don't realize that, hey, August was not a good month. We're not doing well in August. We're doing better in September. We could do way better closing out this month, and then way better in October. October has been a pretty good month for Bitcoin historically. Only 2 years has we seen red, but every other year it's been green and massively in green. And we got another rate cut coming up in October as well. So that's coming up in just a few weeks. And then, for UTA people, Ollie here, and even Tyler in Crypto Pulse. Crypto Pulse, I've been telling you guys about boot camp, and he's been leading with live trading, and it's all in Discord for free. He called it yesterday accurately. He's like, we probably will go down to 112. That's exactly what happened. But others also have said this. Hey, we need to fall down to about 112 level, 111, 112, before we come back up and rally to 130s. So let's see if that happens. Right? But some of these guys have seen it, and it's happened, which is great. So, again, it could be that we just need to clear out that leverage, clear out those longs. I don't want to see longs cleared out. Okay, let's be clear. It's the market makers and exchanges where they're going to lose a lot of money. But whenever we tend to see that happen, that's when we have a good sign to go higher. We have seen these massive liquidation events come, these shakeouts come right before a huge move upwards, and that could be coming in October, or even later this week, or even next week. There's so many things happening this week. Who knows? This is a big macro week. Outside of Bitcoin and macro and all this stuff, I mean, we're
Oh, this guy's on the same street. Two more drops and we're done. It's a long fucking drive.
The rest of the ecosystem, there's still a lot of things going on. Helios acquires a lot of tokens for digital asset. Okay, they purchased 760,000 Solana. Right, so it's not just Bitcoin treasury companies. It's not just ETH treasury companies. You have Sol treasury companies, and you tend to see them pop up every week now. There are a lot of them. And then let's not forget ETFs too. Mentioned it many times. We're going again for Sol and XRP and probably Cardano and many others. And it's not just US. UK also made it very, very easy now for ETFs or ETPs to get listed. So all these things are just avenues for big corporations and institutions and funds to come into the space and dump billions upon billions of dollars. Right? These are all great things. Great things. Let's see. Toyota opens up some kind of blockchain integrated city with 360 residents, and they have tokenized vehicle rights and peer-to-peer energy trading systems. That's wild. That's wild. All right. That's pretty much it. I've been talking. We've been holding. We're still at 113. Looking at Sol, it's at 223, which ain't bad. It's still above this resistance. It used to. Support. It used to be. And then you got others that are still quite like Dexter. Like I said, it did come down. It's top, but it's holding very well. And I guess the rest of it, Bitcoin Diamonds is up slightly today. You can see when you zoom out, it's up very, very slight. Coinbase is down. Bitminer is down. Domino is down. I mean, everything is pretty much red today. But it may be a recovery day. Who knows? We'll see what these Fed governors say. There's a lot of Fed people talking today. All right, let's do Q&A. Let me see this guy. What do you think about leverage trading? Every time Sol drop 30, think probably put it down. I've seen Sol drop $25, $30. It's a question of financial investment. I guess you're asking leverage traders in the show. Okay. What about Aventis? So that was one of the two I mentioned yesterday. After really accepting some Aventis, but also did very well. It's down. It's not yesterday, but you can see it's going up. So the new trend seems to be decentralized exchanges. Like Bitcoin kind of set the tone, and Binance came out with announced Aventis has been out too, but this is backed by Coinbase. So it's funny that all these big exchanges are actually pushing for DEXs.
this, no one gets really excited about it. But if these companies can bring more excitement to them, then it's going to be pretty good. And by the way, so today's a down day, so I'm gonna do this. But yesterday, I don't know if you guys watched my video yesterday. Maybe it was Sunday Night Football or something. Seems like it was missed. I put this out. A lot of you guys know that I have a Crash token for my gaming things, gaming side, and I decided to put out this giveaway for them. So I want to balance out the ecosystem, and I want to bring more attention to it. And these tournaments that I've been holding, I held one on Friday. It was very well. I will continue to hold these tournaments every Friday. And I stream pretty much every day, although I may back down on that because it's a lot of streaming. But if you guys want to get free salt, basically, you just have to have some clutch. You just have to fill out this form. Keep this form open indefinitely for now. Right? So if you have Clash in the wallet, submit it. Just randomly Google songs. That's what I'm going to do. And people love free things. I know that. So I'm going to be doing that from now on. Yeah, I don't know why. This form is in Discord. It's also in the description. I'm going to be randomly selecting periodically during my live streams here and while I'm gaming and hosting tournament paid prize tournaments. So I want you guys to be all aware of it. It seems like a lot of people don't watch my recorded videos or don't watch every video, so they miss it. If you can read, it will tell you. There's 39. There's 39 applicants. That's dirt low. That's dirt low. That form should have, there's 41 now. Right? This form should have hundreds. No, it should have thousands. Because your only requirement is to have 500K of Clash, which is really nothing at this point. So not to have some and have it in the wallet means random select. Which is not wise. This is how I'm going to do it. I'll just do it now. There's 41 responses. So I found this site called Wild Names. And then it's really for picking out names, but you can put anything in there. And then you just want it. You need to select. Boom. So this is a winner. So what I'm going to do is check, because you got to have Clash in there. So what I'm going to do is put in here and check. See this guy. This guy has 1.1 million worth of Clash. So he wins. He wins. What I'm going to send him half a soul. So what? 100 something bucks? 160 bucks? So this person just wins 160 bucks. After this stream, I will send half a soul to this person. That's all it takes. You just need to have all of this in Clash and put it in here. You go win free money. So don't know why you would not want to. Clarkson asked, are you an Apple or Samsung ecosystem user? I am Samsung. I started out Apple. I like Samsung a lot more. I mean, but when it comes to like tablets, I still think iPads are the best. Samsung tablets. But phone, I've been a Galaxy user for a long time. I'm not gaming. Kick someone out and let me. It's nothing, man. You just started. Everyone in my clan, gaming clan, that is like 10,000 plus. My clan is actually really good. Every time I get frustrated against them because they're so good. We're coming back a little bit. The reason why we can't have a good recovery today, maybe not all the way, but slight recovery.
Back again.
Is Solana phone any good? I don't know. If people got their new Singer phone, they can chime in. I didn't have the original one, so I don't know. I think people only bought it because of the memes. When Solana released their first phone, no one bought it. Okay, and then people realized, oh, the airdrops from the phone paid the phone. Like, it was worth more than the phone itself. And then people bought it all and it sold out. But when it first came out, no one wanted it. Like, no one thought it was useful. But now with the Secret phone, people are expecting like more airdrops and stuff like that can really pay off the phone. Is October going to be late this year? I don't know. It could. It could be late. I remember last year, I looked at my Sunday vlogs, and I remember week after week, I'm like, it's not over until it's over. It's not over until it's over. And I think it wasn't until the third or fourth one, the very last one, I think it was the third Sunday vlog where things really started turning around, and I told you guys it ain't over until it's over. So I remember last October was actually, it started weak, and then it got better. Cups, you mean trophies? I can't open up a clan spot. There's only 50 and everyone in there is pretty active. I would say if you really want, okay, be in the Clash Royale, go in Discord, be in the Clash Royale channel, and then the spot opens up, I always share. I share everything in here first. My tournaments, random tournaments, anything that relates, I'll share in there. And also, speaking of which, I have clipping, right? And clipping is for people that want to make extra money, clipping my live streams. But I opened up for gaming as well, so you can clip both my live stream, the CRU, or gameplay, and I'll pay you for that based on views. So we have a couple people that's very consistent doing this, and making a couple $100 a month by doing it. So maybe more than that, probably more than that. So that's always an option too in Discord. So again, everything is free in Discord. Everything goes. I mentioned about like the calls Tyler does bootcamp, which is in here. Some of these charts that I posted has been dead accurate. So really no reason not to be in here. Someone actually mentioned, look at my portfolio. It was just posted. I don't know if it's this one. Probably is this one. And this is interesting because it has strategy in here. About 60% in Bitcoin, 23% in ETH, 12 in in Chainlink and 2% in strategy. I mean, there's nothing wrong with this portfolio. I would say maybe a little bit too heavy in ETH at this point. I would bump up the SOL. I think Chainlink at 4% is fine. Strategy at 2% is fine. It's kind of redundant when you have so much Bitcoin to have strategy. It's almost redundant. So I would put in something else. Maybe at this point, put in like SUI or XRP, and maybe even one of these new players like Aster, which can still continue to go up. Bullseye says it's common to think exchanges pay, but the money comes from counterparties in the market. As more money goes long, it becomes more expensive. Yeah, there's like this funding rate thing. I don't quite understand. I'm not going to pretend to, but whenever one side becomes too long, the other side becomes negative. So basically, it's like you have to pay more fees as more people are on one side, right? But it doesn't matter. People don't care about those fees because they're making money. When they're doing a 10x, 20x, they're making tons of money. These exchanges, they can't pay out. There's been stories where exchanges have gone under because they can't pay or they just simply don't pay. And that's a big problem. But most exchanges that I know of gets their liquidity from Binance, and they borrow from Binance. So Binance is basically funding everything, all these exchanges. It's not just Binance, there's other market makers, Bybit, and I'm sure Coinbase is, but Binance is the biggest. Remember, everyone gets to reading those loans and no one's shorting, and everyone's correct in the market what's going on. That's a problem for them. What are your thoughts on Flying Tulip? It's not just a new meme coin, which I don't know, which you can post in the meme coins chat here and get others to talk about it. My portfolio is above that one, well, this one. 45% Bitcoin, 31% SOL, 7% SUI, 6 ETH, AMAX. That's not bad. That's a good one. That's a good allocation, I think. There's nothing wrong with that. I can't help you with which ones you should continue to DC, but I think that's a pretty good makeup. How do you get into Discord? The link is in the description. Everything I talk about, guys, if you don't know how to get to it, check the description of the video. All the links are in the description of the video. You just have to click that one extra button to reveal the description, and you see all the links. Doesn't matter if you're mobile or top, you'll see it. Got 3,500 members in here. That's a large amount. Love to see this get to above 10,000. I mean, there's 4,000 of you guys just watching this right now. That means there's more of you guys watching than Discord members, which doesn't make sense. You guys all love to talk crypto. You're in here every day discussing things. Why would you not want to do it 24/7? I've been spending a lot more time in Discord too every day. So why would not all of you guys join and have these discussions 24/7? Doesn't make any sense. You'd love to be here to chat, get in Discord and chat. It's the same thing. Hey, you're the only one that has complained about that. Yeah, this number keeps going up. So I don't know what's wrong with yours. But everyone else seems to be okay getting inside. You just have to go to WAP. The only thing you have to do is go to do it. You sign up an account and you click join Discord. That's it. I'm old, man. I don't know what Discord is. If you know what YouTube is, and you know live chatting in YouTube, then you know what Discord is. It's just live chatting with others in the group. That's it. There's nothing difficult about it. These are all just different channels that you can chat in. That's it. General chat, techno analysis, meeting points, off topic, car chat, class chat. It's not really difficult to figure out. But boot camp is also a big one. A lot of people have been joining for boot camp, which is learning how to trade. And there's like several traders on my team. Tyler's leading boot camp, and we have it. This week is live learning. A lot of people seem to enjoy it, and they're really upping their TA skills and trading skills by doing so. So I would highly recommend it. Again, that's in boot camp, absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything. Say this is free. There's nothing you have to pay for. In fact, not only is it free, because if you want to join and you want to help clip, okay, which takes just a little effort, yes, you have to download the video and you have to clip it, but you know, just with that, you actually make money.
Alright, people. Alright, I'm gonna shut this down. Nobody wanna come up and talk. See ya.